Elder Scrolls Online. Oh, the excitement. It wasn't too bad though. Um, I mean, I'll just talk while this is going. Uh, Give like a recap since the whole beta time. I mean, overall, aside from like some things bugging out, it was actually like pretty solid experience. I like the questing. I mean, as you got to like this area, the Daggerfall area, it kind of got into more of like kill 7 of these things and kill 10 of these things for hearts and claws and hair and crap. But the original area, um, as you started out, I don't know if they try like suckering you in by making it a lot more like story driven. But I like that they did that, and I hope they continue that like all the way throughout the game here, because they really should get away from that, from like all the other you know games that do that. Unfortunately, so if they do that and they keep it more story driven, I think they'll have a better time, with like players sticking to it, because you'll have like more of a story to like pay attention to. I don't know, like you kind of like the kill 7 of these things and kill 10 of these things for like leveling quickly, because then you know what you're doing and you can like power level through it. But um, really, if I have more time for it instead of like trying to stream it, I do like the story a lot more, because that's what I liked about Mass Effect and Mass Effect 2 and Mass Effect 3 and stuff like that, is because it had such a big story and it suckers me in, and I like going through and finding all the different story elements and little nooks and crannies and things and story elements and elements of story that they have, um, which is nice. I wish I did more of that. Some of the items I can like do a better job on. I couldn't. I wish they would tell me like a lot more like how things worked, like the things you could stick onto items. I guess like pseudo enchantments. Those like little round gold circles that didn't really do much. Um, I have no idea how to work those things. Um, yeah, I wish that they would also like have a better like system of like showing you like, hey, like here you could do this, or here alchemy you could do this by doing this, and here cooking you could do this by doing this, instead of like, I don't know. It's nice to like figure it out on your own, but they could give like a little bit better idea of a push on like what to do, or they can like structure it a lot better, especially for like the cooking and stuff. I wish they had, or maybe I didn't find it, but I wish they had like a kind of menu type thing like they had for the abilities and such. Um, Maybe it was in there, but it was like kind of buried, so I didn't know like where it was hiding. Um, I like to have it like on a bar somewhere, so I just stuck it off to the side. I mean, I know it's nice to keep your UI clean, but it'd be nice to have it at least somewhere where you can use it. Besides that, I mean, yeah, it's a pretty solid game. It's not bad. I don't know how it's gonna like stack up to other like big ones like WoW and such, and Rift and Ion, and even if they're still around. I don't remember. I bought the uh, Ion DVD box set, the metal case in the store, just to like play it, but it kind of just completely melted my laptop from all the shiny Japanese JRPG MMO type graphics that just melted the thing. I couldn't get used to the flying ability either. Like they touted, oh, you could fly from the beginning or fly from level 10, and the flying was so weird. You had to like take off and such, and it was like such a weird experience trying to like handle the flying. And part of the flying you had to deal with was just using it in combat to like use some of the abilities and get a ability boost for some of your stuff that you would like cast and such. So that kind of like I kind of gave up on after a while and uninstalled it. And I saw the box hiding somewhere for nostalgia. And now it's free to play. I mean, before I paid like $60 for it, and now it's free. So yeah. I don't know if I would buy it. I might. I mean, depending on what they fix in it, and if like how much more they like change, and if they do anything else to the game before it comes out live. I don't even know what their subscription price was. I didn't even like look into that. I'm like so busy looking at WildStar that for something like this, I didn't even like pay much attention to like any kind of news or anything, which I probably should have. Listen to that Zenimax. I want another beta session. Shh. Brian wants another beta session. Yeah, but overall, I had fun. Kind of got a little grindy there towards the end of the beta weekend once I got into Daggerfall. I wish it kind of like made it a little bit more linear. I mean, it was nice to kind of like branched out, but you're going all over the place so much, and just trying to pay attention to what people are saying. It was so tough reading the stuff and then hearing it spoken all the time. It was nice that everything was scripted with word or with voices, or everything was voice acted this entire game. Like, you think the thing would be like 60 gigabytes in size when you install it, but it was closer to around 30. And I wish that they would do something different with that, because they talk so much, and I read fast, and trying to read that and listen to them, so you're reading it and you're trying to interpret what you're reading, and then you hear their voice in your head as you're reading it. Just you can't like even focus on it then, and like you just kind of like zone out, and you just want to click the next button and get it over with, so you can go and start killing stuff and collecting stuff and bringing it back to them and get gold and goodies, and half the goodies you couldn't even use because they were like axes and such. I mean, WoW kind of fixed that with their, hey, we know what class you are automatically, so here's your goodie, instead of like choosing out of a list. But with this one, you don't even have a list to choose from, and a lot of the goodies are just, not. I guess you could use them for your character. I mean, I guess you could be maybe you can equip it, I don't know, but I guess you could be a sorcerer running around with a giant two-handed axe, which would be interesting. I always wanted to play WoW as a mage with a shotgun, but, whatever. And then like other things, like especially with the talkie-talkie parts, like I tried opening up the guild bank and the guild auction house, and the person kept like saying the same shit over and over and over again, and by like the 5th time you opened it, you just want to like, hit him with all your abilities all at once and just beat him with your maple inferno staff until they shut up. And that's the other thing too. I don't think there's an auction house in this. I saw the guild auction house. I saw like the guild bank and like the guild store when you talk to the guild person in Daggerfall. And I thought there was an auction house. I actually like was mentioning that on the other Elder Scrolls Online channel, and apparently there isn't one or something. I don't know. Like I saw one, but I thought I saw an auction house, but I guess I didn't. And I did see the guild auction house, but there wasn't anyone really in the guild too much that was online, so there's nothing in there. I don't know how they're going to do without an auction house for the game, so I guess there's no auction house, like, for the, zone or realm or whatever. I don't know how they're going to handle realms. I don't know if it's going to be like one big-ass major, like, mega server, maybe, because I kept seeing people, like, being phased in and out. So I don't know if that's going to affect it or not. But I think it will. I think not having an auction house in the game, like a giant overall auction house, will have a big impact. Because, I mean, there's the guild auction house, and you can be in 5 guilds at once. There's like a whole shit, it's like weird, like factions are now guilds, so you can join a mage's guild, I guess, and a fighter's guild. And that's the factions, and the factions give you abilities, and passive abilities, and active abilities, and goodies, and stuff like that. Which I wish WoW did, it'd be nice if like that, games like that gave you, like, abilities and such for being a part of that guild. Yeah. But instead of like just items and stuff. So, I mean, yeah, you got the 5 guilds you could be in at once, which is neat. And then, you just use their auction house. And then I guess you can always like do the usual, like, just yell into the void and trade chat for stuff and selling stuff and, using blacksmithing and alchemy and stuff like that, which I guess you can train in all of them at once. I mean, I saw that there was in the list there, like all the different abilities. Uh, so I don't know. I guess you could train in all of them. You can't. I don't know. But if that's the case, and you could get all of them at once, then it's kind of weird, like asking other people for using theirs to you know, like, hey, I'm a tailor. I need an enchanter for something, since I don't have an enchanter at high level. But since you can use all the professions at once, I guess. I don't know. Um, that's gonna be a weird part too, because then you could just, you have it on all your people. Yeah, there's something they did put in Skyrim, I think. What else? Uh, yeah, so I don't know if having just guild AH will really help out. It's gonna be tough trying to sell shit then, I think. Um, and then there's, I mean, the questing wasn't bad, like, especially on the map. I wish the map was, like, a little bit better. I don't know, maybe I'm used to using Carbonite in WoW, but the map was, like, had to get some getting used to. Um, and, like, trying, like, you always had to open it and look for people and close it, and move here, open it again, look for people, close it, move there, open it again, and up there he is, and you go to the guy, and you keep having to do that. And I kept sticking myself on auto run to try and get it done. Um, yeah. I guess that's it. I can't think of anything else that will, like, help it. Mm. So apparently this thing is still frozen on me. Um, yeah, I don't know what they're gonna... I don't know what they could do for, like, other factions, like end time content. I couldn't even get to that. It was, like, so much to do. I couldn't even find any, like, dungeons or anything. I don't know when they're gonna do dungeons. I wish they'd do them low level. Like, even, like, level 5. It seems like once you get to level 5, you kind of have a good idea what you're doing for your character, and I wish they would have you, like, they could stick you in a dungeon or something, or even if, like, brought, like, NPCs along and stuck you in a dungeon to, like, go do stuff. That would be pretty cool. But I couldn't find, like, a dungeon map or anything, or, like, anything about, like, group content. Uh, which would be nice. I mean, the one good thing that they fixed, hallelujah, is non-taggable enemies. So you can always just run up to whoever you're doing, and zap them or blast them into oblivion, and still get some kind of gold out of it or loot out of it, and not having to be in a group all the time, which is I wish what WoW did. They really have to do that for Worlds of Draenor. That would help out so much, instead of, like, having to screw with trying to either wait for stuff to respawn for kill 10 of these things, or you go through an area and there's someone already grouped together. Either the group is full, or they don't want to drag you along, or it's such a group is such a formal thing still. And either have to get in a group or get out of the group, find out where the group guys are. At least with this, you can just run around, kill whatever, and get some kind of experience or you know points towards your completion of the quest. So instead of, like, killing 10 of these things or 5 of these things, you just fill up the bar however full, and that's your completion of the quest. Yeah. Um, I suppose that's it. Let's see if I can get these guys on, and we'll do a group chat.
You hear me?
Hey there. Can you hear me?
Can
Yeah.
you hear me?
Okay, so what would you guys think of it so far?